These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello, Megan Thompson with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Our team getting an update on a deadly shooting near 27th Avenue in Union Hills. Police telling ABC15 a teenager was killed in an accidental shooting, and now his own mother is facing criminal charges in connection to his death. Phoenix police say the 40-year-old mother allowed her two teenage sons to handle a firearm in a motel. Police say that gun went off, killing one of those teens. The mother appeared before a judge for the first time overnight.
If you were to grant me release, I would show to all of my court dates. I would take accountability in my part as being the mom and knowing that the weapon was there, but I thought it was emptied.
She was given a $250,000 cash bond. We will continue to follow up as we track this story closely for you. It is day 12 of our extreme heat. We're all feeling it this summer, but if you live in downtown Phoenix, you're likely feeling it even more. That's because of what's called the urban heat island effect. An ASU professor says that occurs when surfaces like asphalt, concrete, and steel absorb heat from the sun, then release it, making cities stay much warmer than nearby rural areas.
The impact of urban heat is not really felt equally throughout the city. So historically underserved neighborhoods often have fewer trees, more pavement, older infrastructure, and less access to cooling amenities.
As for cooling solutions, cities can plant more trees, install reflective rooftops, and replace pavement with gravel or grass. Well, many members of Generation Z are getting ready to head back to school. The oldest among Gen Z are in the workforce and early in their careers. Scripps News Group's Holly Furfer looks at if Gen Z is thinking about their financial future yet and what's holding some back.
Older generations often stereotype younger ones as not being smart when it comes to saving money. Some in Generation Z are aiming to buck that trend, but saving for some things like retirement, still not a priority for most. 26-year-old nurse Brooke Kaplan is thinking about the future, and she's saving for it.
Saving money is definitely important to me. I want to feel prepared for my future, saving up for big purchases like buying a house so that I'm set in the case of any emergency.
That mindset puts Kaplan in the minority of her peers that are thinking like that. Just 1 in 5 members of Generation Z is currently saving for retirement, according to a survey from TIAA. The good news is 84% of Gen Zers are saving regularly, but they're prioritizing savings for travel, transportation, and housing.
They are not necessarily thinking of retirement in the sort of traditional sense of I'm going to work in one career, retire at age 65, stop working entirely. They're really saving with a prioritization around flexibility.
Of Gen Zers not saving for retirement, 35% say it's because they lack the knowledge on where to start. For 61% of Gen Z, that financial education started at home. But Gen Z also has plenty of financial information available online through social media and podcasts. That can be a double-edged sword, though, says Melody Evans, a vice president of wealth management at TIAA.
If we have all sorts of financial influencers out there, people giving different information, that's not necessarily vetted information.
Generation Z is ahead of the curve in some areas. Members of Gen Z are contributing to 401k plans at a rate more than double what their millennial peers were 2 decades ago. That's according to a Vanguard study. And over a quarter of Gen Zers say they've gotten advice from a financial professional for the first time in the past year, also outpacing millennials. Holly Furfer, Scripps News Group.
It is another ABC15 Weather Action Day as we are tracking extreme heat here in the valley. Meteorologist Jorge Torres, we're keeping temperatures in the 90s at 8 o'clock this morning, already above 100 by midday, and forecasting a high of 112, which is the same forecast high as yesterday of 112, but below the record of 115 that was set back in 2012 too. Northern Arizona warming up to 90 as you head toward Flagstaff, near 100 in Winslow, 91 in the Navajo Nation, and across Mojave County. Temperatures well above 110 today, even as high as 116 in La Paz County, which is under an extreme heat warning through at least Wednesday. We also have the extreme heat warning for parts of Mojave County through this evening. Here in the valley, those warnings have been extended for another day because we're still calling for highs to exceed 110 in the valley. But the chance for monsoon storms storms does ramp up, especially Thursday and Friday now, with temperatures finally cooling down. In the high country, we go from the 90s today to the 70s for highs Friday and Saturday, with the best chance for storms later this week.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, you can always head on over to ABC15.com or download that free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC 15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.